celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the cult and protect human rights. Scooter celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want Scooter to show a small channel, send her clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links is easy to do. Whether you protest and or watch that needs you.
Well, hello there. Look who's here.
Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Scooter Report, where we think we know what's going to happen, but we don't.
Yeah, right. No, she calls me, 10 minutes before this? So are you going to be here? I'm like,
15. I gave you a whole 15.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting in front of my desk. I guess so.
Well, you did ask me to give you a call.
Yeah.
You just didn't specify how soon before.
You know, I just happened to be sitting. I looked at my phone and said international caller. I'm like, who? Getting a call from Albania, you know?
No. Not time.
Anyway, yeah.
Hello, Sunrise. Hello, Manning.
Hello, Dawn.
I see a hello to Antics, but I don't see Antics. Hello, Kathy. So while we're waiting for more people to come in before we get started, first off, I do want to say a special thank you for all the kind messages that all of you left last week on my community post when I had to cancel the show. And I'm going to grab a tissue because I even cried when I was writing this. I really appreciated all the warm messages, and I shared some of them with my family, and they also appreciated the love. Larger glasses have to actually remove them to wipe now. So, pardon me.
Done that.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Trust
by
me.
the way, I hope you all like my new special computer glasses. I made sure that they were large so that there was no chance that I could miss being able to see no matter where I happen to put my eyeballs.
Yeah, mine are small. I got new ones too, and only because I needed to do that so I could pass the vision test at the DMV. So
yeah. Well, these are just the computer glasses. I wanted larger, like full, like progressives, but because of my eyesight, they actually told me I needed to have smaller lenses so that the progressives would be most effective. So, and I'm still waiting for those. These were ready first, and at least I can see my notes, I can see the screen, I can see the chat. That does not mean that is on remembering to star comments, because we all know how good I am at that. Hi, Cricket Cinema. I see you. Nice to see you.
Hi, Cricket.
I think Pup may still be away or traveling. So, Sunrise, that link that I sent you for the Google Doc, that has the up-to-date links. So, if you don't already have it, it's there for you. Feel free. Either that, or I'll put Sin to work.
You want me to do links? Holy crap.
I have all the tabs.
You realize I'm going to have to go looking for these, right?
Listen, don't
wait a
worry.
minute.
If it takes a little longer, it's okay. You're good at stalling, and I'm good at working with you.
Well, yeah, no.
Thank you, Sunrise. I appreciate it.
The thing I want to know is those of us who are United States, obviously in Canada and other places, Thanksgiving is not a thing. But
excuse me, we had Thanksgiving at a logical time back in October.
Well, you have to understand what we have here in the United States is Happy Hollow Thanksmas.
Yeah.
You know. Happy
You got it. Great, Sunrise. Thank you. Okay, Sin, you're off the hook. Sunrise has got you covered.
Thank God. Thank God, because I'd be doing it about the time you finished. I'd probably go, oh, here they are. That takes a little more warning than 15 minutes.
Like 20?
Cheers.
Okay. So we better get this show rolling or we're going to be here forever. And there is yet another basketball game tonight. So.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That means no chit-chat afterwards. We gotta, yeah, okay.
Well, a brief chit-chat. A brief chit-chat.
Right.
Okay.
Like that's gonna happen.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, with the two of us.
I am really, I did want to say, I just found out about your cat, like, an hour ago. And so I am, I feel for you. The fur babies, it's really hard to let go of. And you always have to. It's a really difficult thing. And I'm praying that my old lady stays alive. I just want to get through the year because it's been such a bad year. I just want to get through the year without anything else dying,
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I get it. And I will also just update some of you. Some of you already know this. I'm not sure that I'm entirely ready for this, but we have a mouse situation that developed very soon after Tuffy departed. So we happened to become aware of a 4-month-old beautiful kitten who is going to come and live with us. We're not exactly sure when. We were kind of hoping it was going to be today, but that did not happen.
Pardon? Are you fostering the kitten, or
No, we're all out adopting. This family does not just foster. We know that we will be failed fosters every single time. Yeah, so we just don't even pretend.
Yeah, I'm the same way, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. As I say, I'm not sure that I am fully ready. But I also know that cats have a way of, fur babies altogether, have a way of working their way into my heart, even though I don't want them to. Yes, Sunrise. Tuffy did pass. And actually, if you look at my, what's it called? My little icon thingy, Cricket Cinema did actually 3, because he did one on his community tab, different tributes to Tuffy, and they're absolutely beautiful, and I don't have enough tissues today. At any rate, so he did some beautiful tributes to Tuffy for me, and I am so yeah, thank you. It's a smaller box, but hopefully it'll do.
Yeah, I got plenty. I've got a hole in the box.
Sunrise. I know you do.
I mean,
hi, Becky.
After what I went through, this summer, I've got plenty of tissues.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the downside to these big glasses is having to completely take them off. So okay,
Hello,
let's
Becky.
change the subject here. Yes, it's good to
Let's go.
see you, Becky. Sisters are on your butt for not paying full attention to them. Well, excuse them. We're here.
Well,
What do they think is going to happen?
hey, Hit.
Hey, Hitzel, good to see you. In fact, perfect timing because we're going to show you in just a moment. Hi, eyes to see. We're going to show you too, so stick around. Oh, goodness.
The one thing
Yes.
I want to ask everybody, since my audience, when I dropped mine, is a little bit smaller because people don't quite know about it yet. And we're going to try, guys, so what we're going to try to do is put these two together, the quick thing
Yes.
that I do, the Inquirer, and then have it lead into Scooter Report. That's what
You know
we're
you're
working
jumping
on.
ahead, right?
No. All right, I'll shut up. What I was trying to say is that if you guys have a channel, please send me the link to it so I can put it in my...
Yes.
Yeah, so I can put it in
Absolutely.
my subs. So,
Okay.
anyway.
So let's get this thing rolling. Back on course. And start off with Hitzel, who was busy at the Austin org recently, not like in the last couple of days, because I haven't been doing the show for
yesterday. She probably wasn't there yesterday either.
I have no idea, honestly. I did not see her there yesterday, so I'm just gonna...
She was eating turkey.
Yeah, that's a good point. I would choose a big meal over
And family.
over going and protesting, as much as I enjoy it. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyway, so Hitzel was busy at the org and in Marble Falls, Texas. And so I have a couple of clips of her in Austin for you. And the first thing, of course, is my favorite, when she shuts them down. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at that.
Hitzel's the queen of that.
Oh, he spotted me now. Esto es lo que pasa cuando alguien habla en contra Cienciología y los cultos. This is what happens when somebody speaks against Scientology and their abuses against children. Good morning, JM. Can y'all hear me okay?
Okay, so that's number one. And this next one, you might hear a familiar voice. I'm just saying, listen carefully. And by the way, I do apologize for the buffering. As you all know, I have like a zillion tabs open. So many that I can't even see all of them. Once I clear some of those, it should get better. But I make no promises because computer thetans are my thing.
Look at the doggy cam. So cute. Thank you.
Those are stickers and posters, all of it.
Okay, good. I'm excited to use all of this. I'm definitely going to use it. It's my makeup all messed up.
It is? No,
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm like, I've been like sweating.
Oh, yeah,
here.
it's been everything else.
Look at the dogs. Oh my goodness, how adorable.
Yeah, hold on. Back to you guys in a minute, okay? Bye.
I'm just out here with my flyers. Looking a little crazy. Sometimes people look at me and they're like, what are you talking about?
Right? It's just like this thing.
Yeah.
Close down. They get new ones. We used to see those at night.
You can still see at night. Yeah. Yeah. They're probably all like in there like, oh, she's there. She's out there frozen.
Right? Oh, I'm sure.
Look at the dog.
Okay. So, any guesses as to who that might have been? And welcome in, Sunrise, you're already here. You're welcome, of course. But Miss Jen, welcome in. Nice to see you. Big traveler. Are you back at home yet, or are you still on the road? I haven't seen you protest, so I'm assuming that you, I'm assuming that you are still in Vegas. Yeah, Hitzel, you spoiled it. I was looking for guesses as to whose voice that might have been amongst all the buffering.
Well, it's hard to tell.
That's okay. Yeah, it is hard to tell with all the I mean, that's about the face I was making through all the buffering too.
Yeah,
Hi, Antics.
hello, Antics.
So, yes, in case you were unaware, that was Pearl herself who dropped in to see.
No, it's not.
Sunrise, I love you both equally. Okay, just settle down. I can never pick favorites. Anyway, so what was I saying? Brain
We're talking
farts.
about Pearl Snappy.
Thank you. Pearl Snappy, if you don't know her voice or you haven't heard it and you might not recognize it, especially with all the buffering going on and stopping and starting, that's who it was. And I am sure that many people are missing her and Selfless. And once they get their legal stuff settled, they have assured many people that they will be back on it.
Good. Good.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I couldn't figure out who it was without her yelling. I'm used to you know, Coffin Dodger, you know.
yes, exactly. So, alrighty. So, Hitzel was also doing a little bit of traveling, and I understand that it's in the general Austin area. Sin, is that right?
It's about, I can't remember which direction. It's about an hour outside of Austin. It's out, I guess it's towards like past this area, Junction, that area. But it's out. It's a trip.
Oh,
It's definitely a trip.
okay. Well,
Times, but it, you know.
okay. So let's take a quick look at what Hitzel discovered in Marble Falls.
It was interesting.
And please prepare for more buffering.
Yeah.
And dangerous. I'd say the safest way to arrive to the school would be in a very well equipped vehicle or hiking on foot. The entire road was filled with huge gravel potholes that were about a foot deep. It was very uneven. The road was very uneven, and it was getting worse as closer
Yeah, it
you
was.
got to the school.
Wow.
You cannot see how bad the road actually gets. Keep in mind, the video is blurry because we were out in the middle of nowhere. These kids would have no
Please stay.
chance to escape safely. These
Okay, so there is definitely more to that video, to all of the videos. So please make sure to go and watch the entire videos. We're just trying to give you a little bit of a taste so that you will wet your whistle and go back for more.
Go check it out. Yeah, Marble Falls, and she's right. Marble Falls is literally in the middle of nowhere, and somebody trying to escape from there would find it very difficult because there's nowhere to go. It's out in the country, and it's pretty spread out, and the town is tiny. So yeah, it would be very difficult. And I did see more of that clip because I actually watched it for my show. And yeah, that road is really rough, full of potholes. You can see where the rain has, the running water has actually, dug out. It would be really hard, and it's long. So it's not like, they just go, like you go out your driveway to the mailbox. That's not what it's like. It is long,
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's all the more scary. Yeah, Hitzel, I do remember you saying something about a really big hill that you weren't sure that the car was going to get up. So, yeah, that
it
sounds pretty rough.
Hello, Red.
Hi, Red.
Yeah, it's really, really, really red. It's really, really bad up there. It's kind of unimaginable, but it's typical of sort of a Midwest Texas terrain. So yeah, it's heading towards the west. So it's pretty rough.
Okay. Well, yikes. So we gotta shut them down.
Yes.
All right. So our very own Sin of OhHellNo is cooking up a new weekly headline show, in case you are not aware. And it's going to lead into Scooter Report.
Yes.
So let's just take a short peek at what it's going to be all about. And wow, I actually found the link.
You found it?
I found it.
PTV Inquirer. What inquiring minds need
to
And
know.
of course it buffers.
to know. With OhHellNo.
The journey.
I am so sorry, people.
Oh, you're fine. 2020 has been working on a massive project. Journey has been using Google Maps to produce an interactive of all the buildings, organizations, and front groups worldwide. Check out her great work.
Who's that redhead?
And make sure
I haven't
that
seen
you
her
subscribe
before.
to keep up to date on new developments. Mandy McGee gave a tease about their upcoming. Yes, it's the way it is. You're fine.
Yeah.
Video on the case of Lizzie Borden. They, along with Mama.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We'll be doing an expose on the true. Yeah.
I'm gonna refresh before I play.
Story of Lizzie Borden, a famous alleged axe.
from now on.
Murderous. Okay. Find out more on Mandy's channel and make sure to subscribe. Jeff from the channel PTS for Life has announced that he will be concentrating on other things than Scientology. He says that Scientology has stolen 30 years of his life and he is moving on. However, he still posts Scientology content on occasion. Find out more by subscribing to his channel PTS for Life. Girl Show continues her crusade against Scientology, of which she has first.
This is painful.
Well, not near as painful as the
knowledge
stuff
of
that
the
I had to
family
go
destroying
through on
policy.
this one. She is regularly
Hilarious.
out on the streets of
Had some sort of
Clearwater with
loop
a
going on.
message
It's really
for those
weird.
in and out of Scientology. Follow her at Feral Cheryl on
On the loose.
Carrie Ann is continuing her online book club. Catherine
Yes,
Spallino's
definitely.
The Bad Cadet. Join her Monday
She
nights
does that
on her channel.
screeching thing
Hey,
that I
Carrie
had.
Ann.
Really funny.
You're interrupting yourself.
I know. Sorry.
Singer and songwriter Laura Anderson dropped her most recent music video, Singers in My Head. It was filmed on May 4th at the Viper Room in California. Watch it on her channel, Laura FM.
My favorite
Yep.
part's coming up if you keep it.
Thank you for joining us tonight on SPTV Inquirer, where inquiring minds need to know. Until next week, this is OhHellNo, wishing you a good night.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, we got through it.
You know, the funny thing, my favorite
I didn't.
part of
I
that-
forgot about the end. The ads. I apologize because
Those are so funny.
those really are so funny. I absolutely love them. So, folks, make sure to follow the link and watch the whole thing because the ads are super creative. Also, I'm just going to give a little bit of an update. We're in Carrie Ann's book club. We decided to put a pause on the book because after reading Jenna's book, it was just more emotional turmoil, and we all kind of needed a break from it. So, we're reading a different book, the name of which escapes me right now because I don't have the book, but. That's okay. I still go and listen if there isn't a basketball game.
Well, you're doing better than me. I catch like about 2 minutes of it to find out what it's about and go, okay, I need to write this down. Yeah. That's literally what I'm, because all I'm doing, I mean, I will tell you guys, all I'm doing is headlines. That's what the whole idea is. I'm literally not telling you the story. It's just a synopsis of quick headlines. And then I leave it for Natalie for the big channels and Scooter for the smaller channels to go into, a little bit more in depth on those stories.
Yeah.
So mine's a quick synopsis, sort of like the Cliff
Thank
Notes.
you, Red. Mutant and Mystics. Or is it Mutants and Mystics? Anyway, whatever it is, that's kind of the title. And I'm not entirely sure I know really what it's about, but I expect that if I don't have a basketball conflict, I will find out eventually.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting on that because at least, you were saying how painful that was. You didn't have the screeching and the 5 different layers of voices that I cut out of that, and you know.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. I'm going to just say that I do not know why the buffering is so bad, because I made sure I didn't even set up all these links until just before the show. So they should be like fresh and ready to go. So it's computer Thetans. That's all I can tell
Don't y'all
you.
have a winter storm? Don't y'all have a winter storm going on up there as well right now, or had recently?
Not in Toronto. I'm not familiar with the weather of the rest of the country. Perhaps Alberta, they're more likely to have had something recently.
Yeah, okay.
We're just
I thought
starting
maybe
to
it
get
was
into the colder temperatures, but we're not.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, that would be a great excuse if it were happening.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, you guys are up north. I don't get that shit.
Yeah. Okay. So, an anonymous lens recently did a video on the case of Whitney Mills, and I thought that it was important to revisit the subject along with her. If I can just find it. There it is. Right in front of me. Even with the bigger lenses.
Don't forget to refresh it.
Thank you. I actually just did while we were talking, but keep your fingers crossed anyway, because, you know. Anyway, so I thought most of you will probably know her name, but it's important that we keep talking about her tragedy, especially since it is so similar to Lisa McPherson, whose sad anniversary is coming up next week. And we will be talking a little bit more about that later in the show. So let's take a look at this and keep those fingers crossed.
A tragic end. This is her story. Whitney was deeply
Are you kidding me?
involved in Scientology, reaching the highest spiritual level known.
All right, let's try it again.
Just
I'm refreshing this sucker right this second, so you all can see it.
Let's buffering in the refresh.
End. Story. Whitney was deeply involved in Scientology.
Yeah. Okay, it just is.
Reaching the highest spiritual level known as OT8.
I can blame it on YouTube.
Her commitment to the church was profound. but it
YouTube
came
be
with significant
YouTubing.
costs. In early 2022, Whitney began
I remember this story.
experiencing severe mental health issues, including insomnia, anxiety, and psychological distress. Despite her desperate
Congrats, Sunrise.
need for professional help, the Church of Scientology's strict opposition to psychiatry and mental health treatment kept her from getting the care she
Do you think they'd like to
needed.
get me a new laptop?
Whitney reached out to members of Scientology's
We have a GoFundMe going.
expressing her feelings of despair. In
Oy.
emails, she described feeling like she was dying, intrusive, tariffs. Instead of receiving appropriate medical advice, she was met with recommendations that aligned with Scientology's anti-psychiatry stance. A Scientologist doctor misdiagnosed her condition, prescribing expensive and ineffective treatments, including vitamins and Scientology-specific therapies. These treatments did not would lead to a tragic end. This is her story.
I think we started with that. That's where we started, wasn't it?
Whitney was deeply involved in
Okay,
Scientology.
sorry. I got distracted. My apologies.
You're fine.
And you know what, Sunrise? I could have just gone with it and done that. Oh, the new laptop was last year. Oh, congrats, Sunrise. Hey, Style. Nice to see you. Welcome in. You haven't missed an awful lot, just mostly buffering.
Like I said, it's better than the screeching in the loop that I had.
And the beeps. I remember the beeps, too.
And the beeps and the boops and yeah. And this one wasn't much better. I ended up just throwing the video up.
Yeah, I did catch that you did that. And, you know, I just keep
it is what it is.
Going.
Yeah, it is what it is. And, you know, gotta love technology, and some people have a faster connection than others, and that's probably what you're dealing with. Is probably a Wi-Fi issue. So,
I mean, it's possible. My gamer daughter is in the other room, but I'm not sure that she's actually gaming, because she literally just got home from work just a little bit before the show started. And she is also supposed to be keeping an ear out for a prescription delivery for someone. And so she probably shouldn't be doing something that she can't pause.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just continue with this.
Next one.
Yeah. So, Paralyze to Paralyze recently did a video on Scientology and LSD, and how it affects you being disqualified for the Sea Org, or a person being disqualified by the Sea Org. And honestly, or for the Sea Org, sorry, words are hard. It does make a lot of sense to me, so I want to know what you guys think about this, of course, after you manage to see the clip. If we do.
Is it peppers?
That's kind of a given at this.
Scientology's ban on Sea Org membership for LSD users likely stems from the church's need to avoid individuals who can recognize and resist mental manipulation. Officially, Scientology claims LSD damages the mind.
Well, yeah.
Making users unfit for higher spiritual work. But the real reason may be that people with LSD experience are less susceptible to the gradual psychological control the Sea Org depends on. Key points. Understanding of temporary versus permanent states. LSD users know that intense altered states are temporary. Sea Org conditioning, however, aims to keep members in a semi-permanent state of suggested stability and compliance. A person familiar with psychedelics would see the dangers of being trapped in that mindset indefinitely. understanding that it's psychologically unhealthy.
Gotta love it.
Reduced awe of
You need to feed those hamsters better.
I know.
experiences. LSD users are familiar with strange,
I was thinking about adding the mice that keep finding their way in.
profound.
That might work.
Scientology's ban on Sea Org membership for former LSD users likely stems
You're
from the
fine.
church's need to avoid
Seriously.
individuals who can recognize and
yeah,
resist
it's
mental
just,
manipulation. Scientology claims LSD damages the mind, making users unfit for higher spiritual work. But the real reason may be that people with LSD experience are less susceptible to the gradual psychological
Oh, I thought we were getting there somewhere in there.
control the Sea Org depends on.
Me too. I've lost track of where we were.
Key points. Understanding
Okay,
of
well,
temporary
we weren't
versus
here.
permanent states.
I know, I just checked.
LSD users know that intense altered states are temporary. Sea Org conditioning, however, aims to keep members in a semi-permanent state of suggestibility and
Welcome
compliance.
to
A person familiar
to
with
those people
psychedelics
coming from Club Brain Fog.
Welcome to the
would see
Buffer
the
Club.
dangers of being trapped in that mindset
Yeah, really.
indefinitely. Understanding that it's psychologically unhealthy.
Thanks, Antics.
Reduced awe of mystical experiences.
Thanks, Nancy.
LSD users are familiar with strange, profound. Scientology's ban on Sea Org membership for former LSD users likely stems from the church's need to avoid individuals who can recognize and resist mental manipulation. Officially, Scientology claims LSD damages the mind, making users unfit for higher spiritual work. But the real reason may be that people with LSD
Oh, I think
experience
it
are less
looped.
susceptible
I think
to the
I
gradual
think it did.
psychological control.
I'm going to let it... Oh, no, that didn't work, Sunrise. Okay. It's YouTube.
Welcome to everybody.
We're just going with
Welcome
it's
to
YouTube.
everybody coming in. Yeah, we're
Yes.
YouTube to YouTubing.
Welcome, Room Raiders. I hope you enjoy the buffering show, because
Yes,
we're getting some stuff in there in between buffers, just so you know.
Gotta love it.
Oh, yeah. It's so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
So, someone else who is here in the chat have a little something to share from them as well. Manning 8 was in New York City recently, and I have to tell you, I love when people make shorts or short videos of their streams, because it makes my work so much easier.
You know, I really love this. This video is really cool. I did a little blurb on it as well. This video is really cool because he literally stopped somebody from going into Scientology. It was really neat to watch.
And this is not the first time that he has actually stopped someone from going in the door. So, I mean...
Yeah.
Guys, don't go in there. That's the worst show on Broadway. They actually ruin people's lives in real life.
This is
If you want
amazing.
to, I can give you a free personality test.
What? So why can't... Church.
Well, I think the
I hear the dogs.
Yeah,
services might be tomorrow.
the door's
What
closed.
time?
Yeah, but they know it's buffering, so they want to they want to help.
Exactly.
Probably 1 o'clock.
Oh, you don't even know? Come on.
Give him a
what-
test. I
what?
want to see if you.
This is awesome.
What church goer you are? You don't even...
Well, I don't.
I mean,
Sunrise
as good
is
as we're
probably
getting-
violence.
Really work for the church. I kind of work against
as
them,
good as all
but
this, y'all definitely check out the entire video because it is really cool to watch this whole thing.
If you want to take the free personality test, I could do that. Just with the
Yeah. And this guy's answers, I think he was originally he was being a little more suspicious of Manning with his answers, and then as he got further into it, he kind of loosened up a little bit more with his answers. So yeah. And I'm just going to take this moment to shout out Cricket Cinema one more time. Not only did he do beautiful tribute pictures of Tuffy for me recently, but he also has done a couple recently for Antics of a Mama Squirrel that I will be sharing next week. I just didn't think I would have enough time, and with the buffering making 1 minute clips last 10 minutes, that's really the case now. So hopefully,
I'm telling you. Feed the hamsters.
Feed the hamsters. Yep, exactly. So I'll just let you know that I will be showing Cricket Cinema's art anytime I can get my hands on it, because I really do enjoy it. Even though I personally never wanted to appreciate AI at all, because there are some issues in the entertainment world in general around AI. But I can't help but enjoy what he's creating with it. So, and hello, the Scooter Report opening music I created with AI. So nobody said I wasn't a hypocrite. Okay, so let's see if I can get any more of these clips to play, at least in part, and they are going to be in the chat, so feel free to attempt to watch them better. With it, preferably without buffering, after the Scooter Report.
Yeah, he does an amazing job.
He really does. And welcome, Sophia and Poet. It's good to see you. I know that other people, Carrie Ann, have come in, and I apologize. The chat did kind of start flying for me for a moment there, so if I didn't call your name, my apologies. All right, so Eyes to See.
Yes.
I believe I mentioned that I would be sharing a little something from her, and I'm going to now. And again, even if it buffers, follow the link and go watch it later on without the buffering. I don't know how much more you'll enjoy it without the buffering. I could say probably a lot. But we're just going to keep trying. Yes, Adam, thank you and welcome. Flying chat is a healthy chat. I certainly hope so. As long as it's not flying because of trolls.
After his third session, he told me that when he grew up, he wanted to become an auditor. That's conditional love right there. So all the bad guys can become good. He had some idea.
And this is about a child.
That the auditing was helping him to overcome some.
Told by the child's mother.
Wow. Remember what I talked about, you guys. These children are not allowed to leave the auditing rooms. Not until the auditor.
What else can I say?
Says so. Could some of these
Hey, Journey. Hi. Hi,
auditors be
Sophia.
those young women that were going over to the Francois Coaster restaurant, smiling, acting like everything was okay. He changed right before my eyes. Almost. I saw him lose the anger.
Sure. Lose the anger or stuff it
become the
down.
happy child he had been. Wouldn't you wonder why he's angry? At 4 years old?
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
After his third session, he told me that when he grew up, he wanted to become an auditor. That's conditional love right there. So all the bad guys can become good. He had some idea that the auditing was helping him to overcome some big things. Remember what I talked about, you guys. These children are not allowed to leave the auditing room.
Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, just think about what Serge says. I mean, Serge talks about that and how they're not allowed to leave. And
yeah.
It's just, I can't imagine being, you know, with all the things that happen. If you listen to Serge talk about it, all the things that they do, I can't imagine being a child in that situation.
Yeah,
you know?
I neither can I. And I cannot imagine being a parent who voluntarily takes their child to go through that. I just, there are so many things that I would say, but YouTube is already vexing me, and it would probably take me down if I said them.
No kidding.
So, okay, so the next one I have to show you is thankfully, blessedly, not a clip. It is just a channel that I want to share with you because it's not getting the attention, the focus that it should be. Many of you know about MD Media 18's second channel, Faces of Scientology, and you'll see it here. Now, he's got, let me just refresh this, 609 subscribers. Now, that's not bad. It's more than what I have. But at the same time, there should be so many more people subbed to him at this point, to this channel. He shows clips, he shows pictures and videos of Sea Org and staff around the world. If you recognize someone, please let him know. If you have videos of Sea Org or staff, please send them to him. The link to the channel, like everyone else, is in the chat. And also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for all and share the channel. We need to get those numbers up. He needs to get as much visibility in this movement as possible. Yes, Antics, I did see the interview with him and Miriam, Scientology Up North. It really was a great video, a great interview, I should say, and couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He's supports so many people in this community, and exactly, Adam, it is a reconnection portal. If word gets out to the families of the Sea Org members and staff, but more likely the Sea Org members, they will be able to see their family members if they have lost connection with them. So that in itself is a reason to share it widely. So, all right, I'll take that down. You can see our faces again. And with everyone that we're sharing today. As much as I am painfully joking about the torment of the buffering, and thank you all for hanging in there with us about, even around all the buffering. Seriously, I hope that you will follow every one of the links that we're putting out for you, and go subscribe, watch their videos, support their channels. This movement is made up of all of us. Every single piece is important to get the work done. And yes. I think the dogs agree. And if I love hearing them. That's why I'm joking.
They have a mind of their own.
And Tuffy used to make her very vocal entrances late at night, so it wasn't during the Scooter Report, but anytime I was on a live with anyone, she would make sure she was heard. So, as I said, though, please, seriously, make sure to follow everyone, support them. You don't have to like the individual, but support the work. That is the most important thing. That's what we are all here for. That we have found community in the process is an excellent benefit, but it was not the purpose of it in the first place. And I'm off my soapbox. What buffering you didn't notice? Thanks, Becky. I appreciate that. Okay, so perhaps you will get an example of it, Becky, and perhaps you will not. Let's hope for the not. Okay, so Scientology Up North. We just mentioned her. Miriam did a brief update recently on the letter writing campaign to the Denmark politicians. So I'm just going to cross my fingers and play this after I refresh, because who knows?
About Denmark list. It's available on sptv.space under resources, Denmark list, where you can contact
and there it is.
Politicians and ask them to investigate on Scientology's abusive practices. And there's been already a lot of people taking part in this project. I have gotten a lot of emails, a lot of responses from different people that have been contacting the Danish politicians. And soon I would like to move into the phase 2 of this project. That doesn't mean that you can't keep on sending those mails. Please do. But I would wish that anyone who has been receiving answers and not yet forwarding them to me, that they would send any replies from the Danish politicians back to me, so we can cover as many politicians as.
Okay, so I am kind of cutting off the clips a little bit sooner, because Sophia, if you're not getting the buffering, I am so happy, because I'm definitely getting the buffering.
It was better that time, though. There was less.
Yeah, it was a little better. Yes, and she did mention in there that there is a phase 2 coming soon. So please go and watch the video. Get the information. If you haven't sent an email to at least one politician in Denmark, please go ahead and do so. And hopefully phase 2 will come up soon, and we will see what that's all about. I have no idea what it's about. Now, sorry, go ahead.
I said it ought to be interesting to see what phase 2 is.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Antics. If it's better, then I am thrilled, and especially because this next one I could not make a clip because it's not an option on some channels. Unfortunately, some people have disallowed the clips, and I don't know if it's just because they don't know what it is in YouTube Studio, and they're like, well, if it protects it, then all the better. Unfortunately, it does make it harder for me. So, and of course, it's only me. It's only me. Not like anybody else is trying to make clips out there. So this next one, I don't want to refresh it because I'm afraid it'll mess up the starting point of it. And already I have an issue with, because I didn't write down my timestamp. So hopefully I will recall it during the video.
There you go.
So this is Voila Aka Brigitte. Or sorry, Brigitte. I can say Voila, but I can't say Brigitte. Oh, yikes. I think I was going to do this in 2 clips, but again, because I couldn't do clips, it didn't happen. I'm trying to find it because my webcam is in my way. Okay, so I did actually do 2 separate, that's what it is. It's 2 separate videos. Neither one can I clip. So, all right. So this first one is, she shared some disturbing information, and please make sure to follow the link and watch the whole video. And I don't know why I was able to clip this and not the other, but okay, we're just going to go with it.
There you go.
And
imagine it's wartime and the Scientology volunteer ministers don't know what else to do than approach Israeli soldiers as they prepare for a mission. These Scientologists have not only put the soldiers in danger, but also the military mission. Why was this allowed to happen?
I think it was just a very short video, and that because I don't think I did a clip. Yes, Sunrise. Yes, it is French, and yes, Canadians. There's this whole province of Quebec, and you have to speak French there. You can speak English there as well, but it's the first language of Quebec. The rest of the country, English is the first language for most of us, and French is taught in school, but that doesn't mean that I actually speak French. It just means I recognize it.
It's sort of like here in Texas. I can tell you, I can cuss you out in Spanish, but that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, I can ask for a beer, a bathroom, and a horse to get away. Literally, that is my.
I can ask if you speak English in French. It came in very handy when I was in Montreal, and I was getting into taxi cabs all the time. But yeah, we're supposed to be able to speak French, but many of us actually, we only do as far as it, as long as it takes us to get the passing grade in school, and then we forget it as we get older. But yes, Et Voila is French. Although Brigitte is not French, she does speak French. Okay. Enough about that. Thank you, though, for asking, Sunrise, because I'm sure that a lot of people were unaware of that. And I do have to say that as much as I don't really speak French, it has kind of irritated a little a little knot in the back of my neck when people say et voila.
Oh, God.
Because I know it's a voila, and I understand that they don't speak French, and that's why they're saying it that way, because that's how it's spelled. But yeah, it just it aggravates me. Becky, I do understand that. I get that, and that's why I kind of made a joke about it's only me that's taking clips. I do understand that, and I can appreciate that. And it's a shame, because when somebody wants to try to do something good with a clip for someone's channel, it's very frustrating. Yeah, it does. It makes it harder. There are unintended consequences from trolling all over the place.
Well, I don't know that it's so unintended, because, but it is. It's horrible that they do that. It's ridiculous. That's part of the reason why instead of doing clips, I'm just doing pictures. So
yeah, exactly. So, hopefully most of it will settle and they will stop doing that. And, and then the clips can be used for good as intended. And we can stop with all of that. Okay, exactly. So getting back to Brigitte, she has also started doing what she's calling Saturday Night Fever live stream. And it seems to be part chit-chat and part informational. This one was about the CCHR in France and Germany. And this is, like I said, the one that I cannot clip. So I just have to kind of watch the time and actually listen. And hopefully it will not buffer too much. And it starts with a buffer.
Founder of the CCHR. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you guys. Let's remove that for a little while. Okay. Fair enough. Now, okay, so I'm gonna go back to the website, to the browser. Sorry. It's one of these days. So what's happening with CCHR in France? Let me go there. Let's put this back. Let's go to that's on the Scientology-news.ch website. So CH is for Switzerland. And that is the title, CCHR France recognized as a non-profit organization. So the commission.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop it there because, once once the buffering gets kicking in again, I'm like, okay, so that's probably enough. And yeah, Becky, I agree. I do think things are getting better. I would like to see them get even better than that, because the focus, it needs to be back on the goals. And I don't think the goals were ever to take anyone down except Scientology.
Right.
And if that was someone's goal, then they're here for the wrong reason. And I said I was getting off my soapbox, so now I am getting off my soapbox. Okay, so let's move along to NeverinNana. Now, I have not previously had the opportunity to share any videos from NeverinNana, but she was recently in Tokyo. And I also remember someone recently mentioning that they wondered if they could get away with protesting in Japan. And I remembered this clip, and although it's not really a protest, it is a little visit, and maybe that's all you can safely get away with. I don't know. Never been there. And at any rate, I believe NeverinNana is back safely in the Chicago area, so I would assume that means she was not arrested. So let me just quickly refresh this just for the heck of it. And there we go.
It's a huge building, relatively speaking, for Japan. You think I could get them to close the shades? That would be funny. Absolute funny. I don't think so, though. Well, let's go over there now. I will take you across the street.
It's about 44 meters to your destination.
It was raining this morning. Luckily it stopped. This is not an easy location. It is in a very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's more of a partying, drinking, lower, not lower. It's a huge building.
Okay, so that's the end of the clip there. Needless to say, she was not terribly impressed.
Nope.
But please go watch the whole video. It's not a really long video. And given that, you know, she's in a different country, not necessarily knowing all the rules, or maybe she did know the rules or does know the rules and decided to stay on the safe side of that line. Right. You know, at any rate, please go ahead and give it a watch. And, you know, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to her. And maybe she'll make more videos too. So FatGrammy, she has shared a lot of really good information recently. Well, for quite some time, honestly. And I would like to continue to bring her to your attention, although she should be getting your attention already with the information that she shares. Some of you may be aware of the Delphi Academy lawsuit that is happening, and some of you may not. I still honestly don't know a lot. Oh, there's NeverinNana now. I just saw you there. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm trying to highlight, and because I had the share box ready to go, I couldn't right away. The day before you got lost in the station. Yeah, I could hear your GPS, and I remember you saying something about it was hard to find. So I understood why the GPS was still talking to you, because mine would be doing the same thing. And thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm serious. I would really love to see more videos from you, NeverinNana. So, and I would be happy to share them when you do make more videos. And note, I said when, because I'm old enough to be a nana, but I'm pushy enough that I should be one. I'm not, but I should be. I just haven't been pushing the right people in the right direction, I guess. Okay, let me get off that. So back to FatGrammy. So let me share with you a little clip of her talking about the Delphi Academy lawsuit. And please make sure that you go and watch the entire video. I still intend to go back and watch it because I was interested, but I was running out of time, so I couldn't watch the whole thing at the time. So let's catch this little clip together. Hold on. I'm just for the heck of it, I'm just going to refresh it because, maybe it is getting better. You guys are telling me it
bunker. I'm going to give a shout out on him. And if it's going to let me go down here, I'm just going to go ahead and read it because it's not that long. It was already a terrible story in 2017 when Randolph Jackson, then a 29-year-old former basketball coach, pleaded guilty to 6 counts of molesting boys at a charter school in San Clarita, a Los Angeles suburb. He was sentenced to 17 years in prison, where he remains today. But what made it even worse was that before he had arrived at the charter school, he had previously worked at Delphi Academy, a Scientology school, where officials had received troubling reports about him and a boy at that school. Rather than turn him in, however, Delphi recommended Jackson when he decided to move to the charter school. Comes from the underground bunker. I'm going to give a shout out on him.
Okay, so sorry, I was listening, but I was also reading the chat, trying to remember to star. See what happens.
I can't do it. Yeah,
I know you can't star. It has to be me, unfortunately. That's one of the downsides to Restream, but one of the good things about Restream is it's not as expensive as StreamYard. So when I do get around to paying for an account, it's probably going to end up being Restream because budgets are my life.
Right. The only reason I use StreamYard is because, unfortunately, Restream does not have a pre-record option. So I use StreamYard for the pre-records.
Yeah, and so far I have managed to avoid a reason to do a pre-record. But every time I vocalize something that I've managed to avoid, I end up doing it, which is why I was on camera before I started this show. And then also I ended up starting this show. I also became a mod, and then I became a mod for several people.
Yeah, guys, you have to understand, I drug Scooter kicking and screaming onto my channel. That was how it started. So
and Pup Groomer threw my first wrench at me.
Yeah. And so she blames me for getting her on camera. So, and she's so good at it that, I take the blame for that proudly.
Thank you, but okay. All right, so Miss Kim was back out there recently, and I have missed her protesting, and I know she missed protesting as well. She's had a lot going on lately, and right after she was out there, she had to stay at home again because hubby had a hernia surgery and needed someone to look after him. So, but he is now getting around on his own, so hopefully she will be back out there again very soon. In the meantime, I did manage to get a clip of her. Hello, ham it up. I did manage to get a clip of her the last time she was out there, so I decided I would share her educating someone, or at least having an educational conversation.
Oh yeah, it started last year, small in LA, and then it exploded over the last year. We're all over the world now.
The LA guy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them there.
So are you like based in Austin now?
No, I live 75 miles north.
Oh wow.
That's why I'm not here. I'd be here every day if I lived in Austin.
Yeah, they're kind of gnarly.
Yeah.
If you're on the Austin subreddit, you'll hear people talking about. I personally know like how they act and stuff.
Well, thank God. I'm here also because most of the people in here are victims too.
Yeah, no.
They're second and third
This buffering, come on.
gen, and they don't know any different. So there's 2 foundations that'll help them
It's YouTube.
escape, and I let them know. But I'm also here to educate. I was just telling them how I caught 2 freshmen at their table that didn't know anything.
Okay. I beg of you, go watch the video. Because I don't want to torture you with with the buffering on that. It was something fierce, and I just refreshed it. Okay, so moving on to Hel Geer, and she recently had a conversation with a body router in Chicago. And she thankfully related to the chat because I couldn't hear it and I was watching live. But I don't know how well you'll be able to hear it between the buffering.
The body router that I was talking to asked me, how do I know that children are doing the purification rundown? And I told her about what
YouTube, stop it!
Alex in UK had posted about that 11-year-old girl. I couldn't remember her name, but that her parents were so proud that they put it on social media. And I said, and she sat in a sauna with adult males. I said, do children sit in saunas with adults? So she would not answer.
So,
unreal.
She goes on to explain exactly antics. She goes on to explain the rest of that conversation. Let's just say no minds were changed. But please go watch, and that's why we're here. Okay, now, I don't know about the rest of you. I need a palate cleanser. So hopefully these will cooperate. Church of Satire-Tology has been having some fun with deep fakes. YouTube, do not take this stream down. I very clearly said they are deep fakes. They are not real. Okay? I am a little nervous about showing these, but they're still up. So, maybe because there is a huge announcement that these are parodies, they are not you know, for real, they are not the real people portrayed. And I'm saying this so that...
Making it clear. Yeah.
Yes, we are making it clear. So I am just sharing a clip of each of them, so you will need to go and watch the entire thing. Again, just wetting your whistles. And refreshing, not that it's been doing any good. And it starts with buffering.
Remotely helpful to Scientologists.
This is amazing.
Here's the truth. Real freedom doesn't cost hundreds of thousands of dollars or require cutting off your the family with help from the SPTV Foundation.
Well, at least it had the disclaimer
you can
there.
leave the lies behind and step into a life.
This is an amazing video, guys. You really need to go watch this whole thing.
The SPTV Foundation, they have already helped countless individuals.
If only it was real.
Yeah, no
escape
kidding.
The grasp of the church. Offer support networks, guidance, and financial assistance to make thieving a real possibility.
These are amazing.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's move on to the next one. And please, I'm begging all computer thetans to just take a break. Let me refresh first.
And who, let's face it, made my job easier by not
well,
being around to explain all those broken promises about OT9 and 10. So to all my devoted followers, remember this Thanksgiving. The turkey may be stuffed, but your wallets never will be. Keep those
this is good too.
donations coming so we can finally clear the planet, or at least my legal debts. Happy Thanksgiving, and remember, you didn't pull it in, you signed up for it. Now pass the gravy.
The person doing this is amazing. Getting this done is just amazing.
Absolutely.
Seeing it.
Eyes to see, yeah, that's on my to-do list every week, and I will get it done. Probably closer to the end of the week, so it'll be fresher. But yeah, I think you're right. The only thing that makes me nervous about cleaning my cache, I then have to remind my computer of everything that I like.
And then remind it that, and then remember all your passwords. That's what gets me.
See, the passwords, I have those covered because I use a password manager. Because I cannot possibly remember all of the passwords I have to use because you can't reuse them. But yeah, I do probably need to do a serious cleanup. All right, so sorry folks, we have really run late and I apologize. This next is not a clip. It is a picture, if I can find it. There it is. Okay. The Journey 2020. She has spent 8 months. I know she's here, and she's probably going to nervously giggle at what I'm going to say. So, Journey, just relax. It's okay. I love you. She spent 8 months compiling as many Scientology properties, post office boxes, missions, up to orgs. She has well over 700 locations on a map and a blog, but she does need our help. If you know addresses of a Scientology property or properties in your area or an area that you're familiar with, please go to Journey's page and look at her community posts for the email addresses to contact her. The best email addresses, because I mean she has 4. But then again, so do I. She also has some live streams. Yeah, okay, 4. I know you have what, 8?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, she has some live streams discussing what she has and what she needs from us. Mm-hmm. She's done a lot of work for all of us, and it would be good to give her some help in return. Like many of us, and yes, I am reading this because I wanted to get it right in the way that I phrased it, without having a brain fart. Like many of us, I feel comfortable in saying she has trouble asking for and accepting help. I don't know anyone like that. Do you, Sin?
Oh my God.
So if you just send her the information, she has to accept it.
Yeah. And the work she's done is absolutely amazing.
It really is.
Just amazing work. And Journey, I know you're here. Just keep on going, girl. We'll do the best we can, but keep on going because what you're doing is really important and it's really amazing.
Yep, exactly. And I admire so much what she has done. I keep saying, and it's the truth, I don't know how she does it. I literally can barely get Google Maps to work for me so that I can just follow the directions to get where I'm trying to get.
Exactly.
So for her to have pinned more than 700, I know it's like more than 750. I'm just trying not to be specific with the number because I don't remember how many. And every time I check, it's gone up.
And the neat thing about it is that she's found addresses, especially in the Clearwater area. She's found addresses that we didn't know about, and so like she just recently did. I talked about it on my show, but she just recently gave Feral Cheryl the address to a what we think is a Scientology retirement community, and Cheryl went to go check to see what it was, and that is, if it weren't for Journey, we wouldn't have that information.
Exactly. So please, if you are more capable with Google Maps than I am, consider helping. You don't need to go over all 700. Just cover a few. If we all pitch in whatever capacity we are able, it'll make the work go a lot faster and it'll get it done to Journey's satisfaction. And then it's there for all of us to use and we will understand the accuracy of it. So don't put it off if you can help it. I have her link is in the chat. Just go to her community tab for starters and scroll down till you find her posts about the maps. and the updates, and she's got specific email addresses to email her at. Watch her videos because she explains a lot of what she has done and what she's trying to do. And let's see if we can take a little off her plate, because she's also got a lot going on, and I want her to get some rest. Okay. We're almost done. There was a late addition to the notes because it's timely, but that's not what I'm about to show you. The Going Clear Dance Challenge has been renamed from Scooter Moms because it's not really mine. The Going Clear song is Dan Walks LA. And the dance challenge is for all of us, whoever wants to participate, whoever wants to watch it and enjoy it, and laugh with the participants, not at them. It does seem to be slowing down, sadly. But don't think you are too late. You can still post a video moving and grooving to Dan Walks LA's Going Clear song. Just make sure to tag with the @ symbol, and I specify the @ symbol because I know that some of us have less computer literacy than others, and there's no shame in that. That's why we share the information. If we learn to do something, we teach someone else to do it. Sin does that. I've done that with the limited knowledge that I have gained, and we all do that. So that's why I specified the @ tag Dan Walks LA. And if you would like me to know about it so that I can share it, tag me as well. In the meantime, I'm going to show you, or we're going to show you, what Pup Groomer posted for the dance challenge. Although she did commit to doing 2 videos, and as of yet, I have only seen 1. Just saying. You know what? I also skipped over something, so I am going to have to go back. My apologies, but it's not a video. It's just showing a channel and giving a little bit of an update. Okay. And I don't want to forget to do that. But let's do the dance challenge first. Let me refresh because that's been working, right?
Going clear, it's a certainty on the run down ceremoniously. I just realized that I've been locking up my own reactive mind, but not anymore. And I'm feeling quite sure that I'll be clear for life.
And that's what it really is about. Okay, so just backing up for just a sec. I don't know how I skipped over it, but I mean, you know, bigger glasses does not mean I can see better. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. It really doesn't.
That always works, yeah.
So, all right. So I just wanted to do a quick update. Cubs champion 16. I know that many people have been wondering where he is because he has been out there for so long, almost daily, He's one of the very few who have been able to be out there pretty much on a daily basis. Club Brain Fog being another one that comes to mind immediately. And so he just kind of disappeared for a lot of us. However, he's been on vacation and away from the internet and email, and I can understand why. Because vacation really can mean from everything. But he received texts from a few people and replied that he is doing fine and sorry to worry anyone, and he will be back very soon. So
yeah, I was wondering what happened to him.
Yeah. So never fear. He will be back and probably fairly soon. So now that I have gotten through that one, I do want to check in with the chat. And I did start, but probably only a couple of comments. Most of them I just brought up through the show because that works better for me. And also, I don't have to then try to remember what they were in reference to. So I do want to let everyone know on this side of the ocean that some of the Aussie protesters will be out together in Melbourne on December 5th. And that is Thursday. And it's Thursday for them too, but their Thursday comes several hours ahead of ours. Right. And the 5th is the memorial for Lisa McPherson.
Yeah, and I think they're doing one in Clearwater too. I think Dusty's trying to put that together.
I do think that is happening, and I wasn't sure if he was doing it for this year or if he was just focusing on the big one next year.
No,
because
they're doing a smaller one this year.
We
need to. What we're trying to do. I'm pretty involved in the next year one. What we're wanting to do, guys, is do an around the world candlelight vigil for Lisa McPherson. And basically the idea is when a particular time reaches your area, then you do yours and film it, and we will do it, we will move through each time zone in doing that, so that it ends up going around the world. So that's the idea behind it. It's going to take a lot of planning, and we're going to have to, as a community, pull together to pull it off. So I ask that, if you have if you want to be involved in that area, you can send either Dusty or you can send it to me, the time zone that you're in, so that in your channel, so that we know to actually move to your channel. Like I said, it's going to take some discussion with us. We haven't got it fully planned. There's going to have to be somebody who actually does that streams and does the movement throughout the whole thing. So that may be me. That may be, I don't know who it's going to be at this point, but it's something that we're talking about. So definitely make sure that you contact one of us to let us know what your channel is, so that we can make sure we pull it up so that it can be shown, and what time zone you're in, so we know exactly when to pull that up. And the whole idea is for it to end in Clearwater at the brick that they have there right by that Presbyterian church. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. We have a year to plan it, and we're working on it. So it's very in the early stages.
So that's for next year. But in the meantime, for this year, next week, on December 5th, Melbourne time, 5 p.m., they will be doing a vigil in Melbourne for Lisa McPherson. And so I have some time translations for us. It will be at 2 a.m. Eastern time. 11 p.m. on December 4th for Pacific time. Any times other than that, you'll have to do the calculations. But if you look in the chat, you should see links to T and to Re of Re's Connecting. I'll just bring up their channels just to give you a peek if you are not already familiar with them.
With T. Yeah, T's great.
With T and with Re.
He's also awesome.
Yeah, and there are several of the protesters that are there. Unfortunately, I do not know all the channels of all the protesters who are going to be there, or if they have channels, because some of them, like some here, do not stream at the same time. So if you check in with them, you can find out who the other protesters are. You can also find out more information about the memorial, and they are also planning to actually protest in front of the org there, but I'm not sure about the times. So you can find them out. Well, you can find out the Aussie time and then Google to find out what time that is for you. I did unfortunately bypass one other person, Parodytology. I'm just going to let Pup put that link in the chat. Parodytology has been doing some 3D printing while he's been rehabbing from it's either an injury or an illness. I'm not quite sure which, but he's been streaming the 3D printing on his channel, and while doing so, he has also had signs up as protest and education about Scientology. So as much as I would love to, we're coming up on almost 2 hours, and that's way longer than I even thought that this would go today. So I'm trying to wrap it up. But
it
please,
never goes that quick with me on here.
So please follow the link and go check it out, because obviously he has not forgotten about Scientology. I'm just going to very quickly check for, I only have 2 pinned comments. So this one, I think we did discuss it. No, we didn't discuss it. Antics has a troll. So yes, you are coming up in the world. Apparently you've come up a little further than me, knock on wood, because so far I have not had any trolls. That could also be the RBF though. And so Becky is making tamales for everyone in the chat. Does that include the hosts? Because I would like some. I did not get an offer, Becky. I would like some.
Speaking of Becky, I do want to mention that Becky ended up on the Inquirer this week, mainly because she has this little clip that she did of a stuffed zucchini that looked amazing to me. So I decided that was a really good side for Thanksgiving, and it'll be a really good side for Christmas as well. So Becky, you're actually on the Inquirer this week.
Yeah, I did see that, and I thought I heard you saying stuffed zucchini, and then I thought, you know, if I made a stuffed zucchini, I would probably be the only one eating it.
No,
this
looks amazing.
No, because my daughters turn their noses up at zucchini, so that means more for me. So I should definitely make some.
Yeah, it looked really, really good. It's something I want to try as well. I looked at that one. Holy cow, that looks really good. So, Becky, I'm going to try that. So, thank you.
Yeah. So, okay. So, folks, those are the starred comments. Thank you all for hanging in with us so long. I know this was a longer stream again, not just because Sin is here, but also because I had so much to show you from last week and added to it for this week. I'm trying to be more consistent so that I don't have to, make it a 2-hour stream, because honestly, I don't want to be sitting here streaming for 2 hours. I've acknowledged the fact that I am going to be streaming with my face on camera, but that doesn't mean it has to keep going on for that long. So,
that's funny. I'll be real honest. Scooter, you do this incredibly well. Incredibly well. So, the fact that you're concerned about face being on screen and doing all this talking, I understand it, been there, done that, but you are doing incredibly well. And I know I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm sure, there's a lot of people who do as well.
Thank you very much, Sin, and thank you, Afila. I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. I did shed some tears. I'm trying not to do it so I don't have to keep taking off the glasses and wiping the eyes. Oh, and yes, new computer glasses so that, yes, I can see the whole thing and I'm not going like this to read my notes, or like this, which is a very flattering look, let me say. So, thank you, Antics. Okay, this is not a puff up Scooter.
No, it is. You're doing really well. You're really doing quite well. I mean, you have technical difficulties, and so do I, obviously. But you roll with the punches, and you kind of have to. It's kind of the way it goes,
Yeah, that is true. I have definitely learned that. So I want to say thank you again. Before we start, my daughters are going to get very concerned if you guys keep paying me compliments, because they're afraid that my head is going to swell up and I won't be able to fit through doors. And I already have a problem with that with the booty. We don't need the head getting there as well. Okay. So.
I used to tease, and I still do tease a lot. It's that, I need those hats that have the yellow light, looks like a siren light. Wear one of those.
I have not seen this.
Yeah. Wear one of those and put 2 flags on my hip and put on either hip and put wide load across my ass. And, we got it covered.
You know what? I should put a wide load sticker on the back of my scooter.
That would be great. It would be awesome. That would be awesome. Have you named it yet?
I have not.
Oh my God.
Somebody actually, sometimes it takes a while to find just the right name. Somebody suggested that I call it the Red Rocket, it made me chuckle because anyone in Toronto knows that a long time nickname for our subway system was the Red Rocket, because our trains all used to be red.
Okay.
And they smelled like oil and grease and icky until they finally replaced them. But the Red Rocket it has, two meanings for me, and so I have not eliminated that. Fireball. That is definitely a possibility as well, Antics. Thank you. You see, I need input from people because I'm not honestly the most imaginative at naming things.
Speaking of Fireball, a great little, for you guys at Christmas time, a great little drink to have, that is, you know what I mean? Is to take some apple cider and Fireball and put them together, and it's like cinnamon. It's amazing.
Okay.
Just threw that out there, because they have. I can't remember who does it, but they do have a liquor that is called Fireball. It's like
I have heard.
Whiskey. Yeah, I think it's a whiskey, like Jack Daniels.
Oh wow! Okay.
So it's in that frame, but yeah, it's cinnamon, and so you put that with apple cider. And what I do is I put it in a flute, and I rim it with the Tobiano sugar. So I do that, and I stick a cinnamon stick in it, and that's what I do for the drink. just throwing that out there.
Okay, thank you, Antics. And I'm literally looking at the chat, talking to the chat like I'm looking in your eyes, but it's here.
I have the same problem. I'm sitting there talking to you, and I'm looking at you, and instead of the camera.
I mean, we're certainly top professionals, wouldn't you say? Okay, everybody. Thank you again.
Anyway.
We're going to get out of here because I have a basketball game to watch.
And I made her miss it last time, so, hey.
And love to you all. Remember, like who you like and watch who you want to watch, because we're not in a cult. And,
Hugs to you
oh,
guys.
crap.
Hugs to you.
I was doing so well with that, but I have to actually hit the button for the outro, which is the same as the intro. Love you all. Stay safe. Take care, and we'll see you again next week.
Don't get run over. Don't get run over while you're doing your Christmas shopping.
Yeah. Please be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Scooter Mom celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the cult and protect human rights. Scooter Mom celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want Scooter Mom to show a small channel, send her clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links is easy to do. Whether you protest and or watch that needs you.